Disclaimer: this video is an imagination written by author's perspective. It has nothing to do with real life. It's only for entertainment purpose. I own the storyline and narration, so please don't copy and repost my work. Thank you. Mrs. Sean just Mrs. Sean sat, and Jungkook looked at her without any expressions on his face. Jungkook, you want me to? Mrs. Sean, but Jungkook, that baby is coming between your dreams. If you want to be mafia king, then you have to choose between your child and this position. Mrs. Sean is manipulating him, and Jungkook started thinking and observing her words. Mrs. Sean, look, Jungkook, you can again plan a baby, but this opportunity will not come to you again. Mrs. Sean, you just have one and last chance, so it's up to you, Jungkook. Use your brain and choose one, she said, and Jungkook nodded. Then Jungkook was thinking something, and Mrs. Sean was looking at his face and waiting for him to answer. Jungkook, okay, I'm ready to. Jungkook, I want to be a mafia king, and for that I can do this. And for mafias, this is very normal, right? Jungkook sat with a smirk, and Mrs. Sean smiled and nodded. But soon her smile faded when Jungkook changed his expressions. Jungkook, you thought I'll say that and kill my baby for this position? Mrs. Sean, what you mean? Jungkook started laughing. Jungkook, I know you, Mrs. Sean. I'm not a fool. I can tell by your expressions that what you are thinking. Jungkook, I know your every plans and tricks, so stop playing your greedy games with me. It's okay if dad will not accept me, but I'll never ask my child for anything. Mrs. Sean, no, son, cut off by Jungkook. Jungkook, don't call me son, he shouted, and Mrs. Sean flinched badly. Jungkook, you are not my mom, so don't call me son. Jungkook, I know you just want to broke this family for your benefits, but I'm not a fool. I understand everything, and I'll never hurt my Vian and my baby, no matter what. Just then Jungkook left from there angrily, and Mrs. Sean's plan failed. Jungkook didn't agree to her plan, and now she is feeling scared, but just then Mia come there. Mrs. Sean, he didn't agree to Mia. Now what will I do? She said while biting her nails, but Mia smirked and said, Mia, don't worry, Mrs. Sean, you can still win the game. Smirk. Mrs. Sean became confused and asked her, Mrs. Sean, what you mean, Mia? Mia, actually I recorded your conversation and we can use that video against him. Actually at first Jungkook said that he loved baby, and then he said, do you really think I'll say that? Mia, so we can use that video. We can cut that video and show it to Van. She'll only see one side of that video, but we know other side of it. So let's broke his family. Smirk. Mrs. Sean, you are mastermind, Mia. You are right. We can use that video against him. And Vian will believe on that video because in that video she can clearly see what he's saying. Smirk. Mia, yes, Mrs. Sean. She nodded and they both started laughing like evils. Mrs. Sean, but wait a minute. Mia, what happened now? Confused. Mrs. Sean, if we'll tell her about this, then she'll not believe us because she also share same mindset as Jungkook. She knew everything about me. Mia, okay, then we'll send her this video from an unknown number and we'll also send her a message that this is from your well wisher. This is how we'll create misunderstandings between them. Mrs. John, great idea. Thank you so much, Mia, for helping me. Mrs. John smiled and hugged her tightly. Mia, it's okay, Mrs. John, smiled back. Mrs. John, now go and edit this video and send it to Ryan. Mia, sure. Then Mia left from there. Mrs. John, now who will save your family, Jungkook, from broking? She said to herself and started laughing. You were sitting in your room and scrolling reels. May I edit that video and send it to you? You saw a notification from an unknown number and you opened the notification and saw that video. Your eyes became widened after watching that video. You can't believe that it's Jungkook who is saying that. Tears started flowing from your eyes and you are so shocked. You repeated that video 4 to 5 times to see that is it really Jungkook or not. But yes, he is Jungkook and he is saying that to Mrs. Sean. You know Mrs. Sean is so selfish. Then you also received a message and that message was saying that it's from her well-wisher and stay away from Jungkook for the baby's sake. He wants to this baby. You dropped your phone from your hand after reading this. You can't believe Jungkook can think this and he can go this low for a mafia king position. You picked your phone from floor with shaky hands and tried to call that number who sent you this to confirm that. You still can't believe that Jungkook can say this for his child, but then you remembered his face when you tell him about your pregnancy. He was looking sad and stressed because of his father. He know that his father will snatch his everything after knowing this. That's why he is doing this all. No one picked your call and now you are feeling scared. You put your hand on your belly and started crying. Ryan, don't worry baby, Mama will protect you. But you don't know how you'll protect your child. Jungkook became so selfish in your eyes and you believe that video. Right now this situation also make you believe on that video. Your mind believe on that message and video, but your heart is saying that he can't do this. But right now you decided to listen to your brain because you can't take risk. You have to protect your baby at any cost. You wiped your tears and started thinking what to do to protect your child. Then you thought that you should leave him. But your heart is saying no to leave him. You loved him a lot and you can't live without him for a single day. Your heart is feeling so weak, but you have to be strong. Vine, you can't be weak, Vine, because now you are not just a woman and lover of Jeon Jungkook. Now you are a mother, and a mother can do anything to protect their baby. Teary eyes. You sat to yourself and then you started packing your stuff. And right now Jungkook is not at home, so you can easily left this house without any trouble and drama. After packing your stuff, you finally decided to leave this house. Last time you looked around the room with teary eyes and started getting flashbacks of this room and house. Vine, by Jeon Jungkook forever. In this race, maybe you'll win the crown of Mafia King, but you lost your family. Teary eyes. To be continued. Thanks for watching.